Hello, in this video I will show you how to create a FastAPI project and deploy it on AWS EC2 with Appliku. Open your terminal. Create a directory for your project and switch to it. Create a Python virtual environment and activate it. Install FastAPI, Unicorn, sqlalchemy and PostgreSQL adapter. Save all installed dependencies into the file requirements.txt. Open your code editor. Create a file main.py. Add these imports. Instantiate FastAPI app. Initialize the database. Database credentials are passed via environment variable. Define a model messages to store the data. Create the table in the database for our messages model if it doesn't exist yet. Define pydantic model for data validation. Make an endpoint to create messages, and define a root endpoint to simply respond OK. Finally, start the server, which will listen on a port passed via environment variable. Create a file .gitignore. This file defines a list of files and paths to be excluded from Git. Back to the terminal. Initialize Git repository. Add all files and make the initial commit. Go to github.com and create a repository. I will make it public for the tutorial, but you should probably keep it private. Scroll down and copy the git remote add line. Paste it in your terminal. Now push your changes to GitHub. Go to Appliku dashboard. First, we need to create a server. Select a provider of your liking. Right now we will use AWS EC2. Select the region and instance type. Appliku will create a server in your AWS account and perform the setup. When the server is ready, we can create an app. Click on Applications menu. Click Add Application. Select GitHub. Give your app a name, select Repository, Branch, and the server we just created. After the app is created, click Add Database on the right. Choose Postgres 16 and create database. Then go to Application Settings. Click on Environment Variables. You can see that database URL is automatically added here. Go to Processes tab. Add a process called web. Command should be python main.py. Click Save and Deploy. Go back to Application Overview by clicking on the app name. When deployment has finished, let's see the app logs to make sure there are no errors. There is a warning, but the web process started correctly. Go back to App Overview. Click on Open App, then click on the domain. The app responded with OK. Congratulations, your app is deployed. Let's test the other endpoint by sending a post request with a message. Go back to the terminal and run this curl command. The endpoint responded back with the same object. Let's see how to connect to the database and find our message there. Go back to the Application Overview in Appliku Dashboard. Click on the database. Click Show Credentials and connection URL will appear. Copy it and go back to the terminal. I will use CLI Postgres client to connect to the database. Table listing shows our messages table. Select everything from the messages table to find the message. And there is our message. Appliku can easily deploy multiple apps per server, supports a variety of popular databases, handles backups, and simplifies scaling if your app needs to grow beyond a single server. Thanks for watching and happy deploying with Appliku.